Been 7 minutes, Pluggo. Yeah, there we are. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Brunch Gimmick. I am Lawrence Kurtze. I am joined by the handsomest guy at Love Wrestling.
Where am I? Where are we? Isn't Beards?
You're either entirely too late or incredibly early for Beards.
I kid. It's the Brunch Gimmick. Hi,
Yeah.
Lawrence. Thank you for calling me handsome. I'm not that handsome, though, but I appreciate it. You stud.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm excited. How was your weekend, by the way?
It was good, man. I ended up watching Money in the Bank, or not Money in the Bank, sorry, Crown Jewel a little later in the evening last night. It was a good time. Hung out with started GCW Seer. No, so I did some wrestling things. I did have a funeral to go to early in the day, but it was all right. The person is no longer suffering. I'll just say that, who I went to see. So I'm glad that they're at rest. But yeah, so pretty solid weekend all the way around other than that. But how are you, buddy?
I'm pretty good. I mentioned this on Twitter and stuff, but I did, Thursday morning as I was heading to work, I suffered an ankle injury. It's almost back to 100% now. It honestly feels a lot better than I've rested it all weekend.
Whose ass do I need to kick?
The two front stairs and the podcast I was trying to pick on my walk to work at 5:45 a.m.
Done.
Yep.
Done. Them stairs and it's going down. That match will air on the Brunch Gimmick soon.
But I was thankful I had, wrestling on all weekend to watch.
Yeah, it's always a good time.
And a fun WWE show.
Yeah.
All things considered.
That's usually how I frame work the Crown Jewel shows. Yep. Is if I look at it strictly and very hard in just a vacuum, they're usually a good show. It was always a good show. I know, we could go down that hole if we wanted, that rabbit hole, but if we're just looking at it strictly from a wrestling standpoint, it's a fun time.
Yeah. I mean, we can get into it. What was some of your highlights of Crown Jewel?
I really enjoyed the opener. I really enjoyed Rollins and McIntyre. I really thought they killed it. I thought the 5-way was fun. It was a little slow to start, but definitely a good time. I was shocked the way that they just did John Cena.
Oh, yeah.
I was definitely surprised, but I love Solo Sikoa, so well.
Well, yeah, we can start with the first match. I felt like it went pretty much all the matches went the way I thought it was going to go. I felt Seth and Drew actually delivered like their great opening match to have. Uh, I really like Seth's fit this time coming out. His ring gear was great. I love the hot pink on him, and I like the tease. And I wonder if they're going to actually do something with it. But after the match was over, the tease of the cashing in the Money in the Bank, and then Sammy coming from the save and stealing the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
When I saw him tease the Seth Rollins Money in the Bank cash in, right? I thought, okay, Damien, do it later on again with Roman. But then I see Sammy come out and steal it because I didn't think, okay, maybe he won't.
No.
There'll be something that happens, and then Sammy did steal it. I thought maybe we would see a way that maybe Sammy and Damien squared off at Crown Jewel in some capacity, maybe to like get it back and do it again with Roman.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kept sitting here and I kept thinking, like, if Damian Priest doesn't cash in on Roman, we're gonna end up with this Roman title reign for the next like 5 years.
Oh no, you can forget it. Like he's not back till like Royal Rumble, I think.
Yeah,
yeah, and then after Royal Rumble, we're already on the highway to WrestleMania, so it's not coming off until WrestleMania.
And I don't know how to word this either, but my questions coming out of Crown Jewel were like, is Roman Reigns honestly the right champion for WWE? Like, I get it, he's a huge name, he's a huge star. Every time he has a match, it's a big deal, but it's becoming like the same creative, and I use it loosely because the LA Knight match was like the same creative
exactly
that we've seen. Or we're just going to keep doing this.
Yeah.
Even if Cody does, let's say Cody's the guy and he finishes the story at WrestleMania 40, it's going to be the same creative that they're using now, only Cody overcomes it all.
Yeah, like that's the only thing that's interesting to me is how is Cody end up overcoming it? Because you're 100% right. It's the same cut and paste match. It's literally one comes out, interferes, gets stopped. The second comes out, interferes,
almost doesn't get stopped.
Falls finish, and then like Roman hits like 2 more spears and it's over.
Yeah.
Like that's the only reason it like isn't as noticeably bad is because he wrestles once every 4 months. Like,
right.
But yeah, like that was the only thing. Like I'm happy LA Knight got his big like moment.
Yeah,
and like it's not gonna be the last time. Like I think, hell, maybe after Cody wins it or eventually wins it, or somebody takes it off Roman, he can feud with them and possibly get the title. Because like that visual too of everyone with the LA Knight signs, was completely awesome. Like and also like I really like what LA Knight did at the beginning of that match. Was the only like cut and paste different thing was he wouldn't see the middle of the ring. Like he stood right there in the middle, as like Roman was like pretending to do his like pretending the title belt's his dick thing. Yeah, we're at 12 minutes. Like he's swinging his title belt. He's getting ready to do it, and like walked in the middle of the ring. And LA Knight, it's like also great for the characters. Like, no, I'm the biggest star. I get the spot. You can't take the spotlight from me. I'm standing right in the middle of this ring. And they start jaw jacking each other because like Roman wasn't expecting it. Like usually the other guy goes back to the corner, and he's like the whole time. The whole time he stood in the center of the ring and wouldn't let Roman have his moment in the center. Like I felt that was a good move.
Talking all the church. Like basically, like this moment is huge. It's the biggest moment in my career. But I'm not changing, or I'm not scared. I'm ready to go. I really love that too. Yeah. You can look good in defeat. You know that is possible. And LA Knight, I mean, he did do that. I just was like, was it worth burning the momentum? I mean, their thought process was like, oh, it is Crown Jewel. It's kind of a one-off deal. Maybe he can rally. But isn't it crazy to think Logan Paul has held championship gold before one LA Knight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. also a quick moment there, which they did basically tease at the end of that match. Santos Escobar, if you look at the replays, left the brass knuckles for Logan Paul. He's the one that had grabbed it and put it back on the ring apron and left it. So like, there's a clear tease to the LWO breakup or a Santos Escobar Rey Mysterio feud.
Yeah, maybe. Well, maybe this isn't the tease. Maybe this is it.
Yeah.
He leaves those knuckles. Maybe he says, "Look, Ray, I can run the LWO better than you can." Mm-hmm. You know, you were obviously into this position to begin with Logan Paul, the non-wrestler, right?
Yeah. Like
that's the story. That match was good. Again, this is another vacuum. We're looking in a vacuum. Yeah. The guy gets it. Logan Paul, he gets it. He has it down. Yeah. The way he saved Rey Mysterio off of that one was that springboard off of the second rope, and Rey kind of was a little short. He came under and caught him. He gets it. He gets the business.
Yeah, no, he
was trolling everybody, talking trash. Like, yeah, okay.
Like
wrestling.
Yeah.
You're United States champion, Logan Paul.
Like,
Maverick.
I get it. Like, I saw what was going to happen from the second after his boxing match. He said he was facing Rey Mysterio. I'm like, he wants Rey. I'm like, this is happening in Saudi Arabia, and he's going to win the title. Like, those two things are like for sure.
But is he going to be there every week? Is this going to be a Roman Reigns situation where we don't have the United States title and the undisputed title on television on a at least consistent enough basis where it makes sense that you have it?
Yeah, like I was thinking the same thing. That's what when I want, I'm like, is he gonna be at SmackDown on Friday, or is it like just gonna defend it at the pay-per-view? Which like, with the next one is Survivor Series at the end of the month. Like, is he gonna be there?
Right.
Or is he just gonna be back at like the Royal Rumble or the big shows? Because like I honestly I could see him possibly holding it to WrestleMania at this point. Like I feel like they could build up. Either he's going to lose it at Mania to LA Knight, which like sucks because LA Knight's just going to be another holding position. Either he's going to keep like feuding get sucked up in the vortex of the bloodline like everyone does. It's either one show you're getting sucked up in the vortex of the bloodline, or the other show, Judgment Day, where like it's impossible to get out, where you're just like feuding with every member for like 6 months. Like both of them, like the same thing happens. Like, is he going to be stuck in that sort of like thing for the next few months with like not much happening till like he gets his shot against Logan Paul at a big event? Because like either he drops it with him in Survivor Series, or like I would not be surprised if they have him keep it to Mania, because like they want him there clearly, and especially that he's not an actor, so they don't really have to like, all they have to do is maybe schedule with his boxing stuff, but like we get to that too afterwards. But yeah, like he's more like you can bank on him more than you can at John Cena or The Rock. Like there's less things. And we also, you mentioned it, John Cena just absolutely obliterated at the end of that match, just taking repeated.
He went from John Cena to John Cena real quick.
Yeah, just took like 6 Samoan spikes at the end. So many Samoan spikes. I checked on Twitter. I'm like, is the actor strike over? Like clearly, I checked on. It's like and like not long afterwards there was a press release for this thing, and like although like they've said this a million times because the studios are like notorious liars and full of shit, and only the actors can say when the strike is over. But they're like, this is our last and best final offer. Like an hour after like Cena loses, I'm like, did Cena know that they're giving her another final offer? Like right before this, like somehow he knew, because he like legitimately it's a weird situation he's in, because he can't. The second the writer strike is over, he's in the middle of production of something. Yeah. So he's under their insurance. So he would have to like legitimately stop wrestling at that point.
Right.
So you can't really build a storyline around him. So you have to just put these one-off matches. So that's why, like, it made sense for Solo to go over him. Like, it was a big win for Solo because, like, they still want to build him as a big star. When with whatever happens with this Bloodline storyline coming up in the new year.
They gave Cena like the thank you Cena, like he was retiring and he did the whole like walking out with this like, is he? Maybe it's time. Maybe he's calling it a career.
I don't think he's. I don't think he's actually going to retire. I think he's like, again, he's in a like, he doesn't need wrestling, but I think like he's the type that will probably have like one more match, or like come back every like few years.
He'll take the title off of Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, no, I don't think his championship days are dead and gone now. But I think like he's gonna have like one or two big matches at Mania, like the big shows. So I don't think he's gonna retire because like I don't feel anyone really retires in wrestling, which is something we found out the worst version of this week. Like some people should legitimately like
before we chat about that, we gotta if we're talking Crown Jewel, we can't forget to mention Kairi Sane returned.
Oh yeah, oh man, I was so happy to see Kairi Sane back.
That was so dope. What an interesting dynamic. She returns, she beats up Bianca Belair, she aligns herself with Io Sky.
Yeah.
And Bayley's just sitting on the outside like, what? Because didn't I kick your ass out of this company?
Yeah, like I think that's like perfect booking on their part. Like they just fell into it like Io Shirai, like with Io Shirai and like Bayley teasing their thing for like the last few months.
Yeah.
And like bringing her back at the right time was like it's perfect. So you've got the story, the built-in story there that like they're old friends forever. You've got the story with Bayley. You've got a story with Asuka too. Like and they like. I like the subterfuge of like her secretly building a stable under her own stable under Bayley's nose, and like her wanting to be the like star because like right now in Damage Control it's always Bayley's stable, and they're like the second ones, and even though she's the champion, like thing I'm really excited for like a potential match with Io and Bayley.
Right, and then I have a feeling Bayley will probably play it up like, all right, we got Kairi Sane and Damage Control now. She's in the fold. But ultimately, I'm wondering if that means Io's splitting with her friend Kairi Sane and she's going to go do her own thing with her.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see. But she beats Bianca Belair in what I thought was a really good match. Of course, those two, they're two fantastic wrestlers, so you're going to get a great match. Overall, Crown Jewel. Did anything overly exciting happen? No. Was anything earth-shattering and groundbreaking? Not really. It was still a good watch. It went by quick.
Like, I felt the return probably bringing Kyrie back probably would have been better, like, either right before Survivor Series. It's just because, like, she was shot for the back for, like, the first, like, 30, 40 seconds, and, like, the crowd didn't seem to know who it was immediately. So, like, not only can't we tell at home, but, like, the crowd can't really tell who it is either. Like that much of the thing, it sounded like the crowd didn't know exactly who she was or didn't remember who she was. So like it took away from that. But like I felt the pop would have been better somewhere else. But like other than that, like I think like her coming back is like probably the big story out of there because like it fits so perfectly and like goddamn, I'm so happy to see that elbow back. That elbow drop just looks so damn good. She puts her heart and soul into every one of those.
Right.
Like just like physically.
Good on Bianca Belair for taking it like a champ.
And also that finish was so cool of like Bianca rolling into the ring to break the 10 count and Io Shirai immediately hitting her moonsault. Like she rolls in, no break, like had her already lined up for the moonsault and drilled her with the moonsault for 1, 2, 3. That was like a cool ending. Like absolutely catching her. Like Bianca was not ready for it to get with the moonsault. She thought she was gonna have like another few seconds to get up and like line that up. That was a cool.
Well, she was too busy saying, "Kyrie, girl, you don't even go here."
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you don't even go here. What the hell? So overall, it's a good night. We've cleared the 10-minute mark by enough time for me to go. Lawrence Cartier, my guy, my dude, you stud. Tell me how you feel about Ric Flair.
Oh God!
Signing a multi-year deal
like
with All Elite Wrestling.
like it's so dumb. And like there's no fucking use for it. I do not care. I did not want to watch the last match. I had like no interest in that thing at all because like I don't want to watch a 70-something-year-old man nearly die. I like that is more brutal and terrifying than an actual death match to me. Like there is more chance of an actual death happening during a Ric Flair match now. Like I if Tony Khan actually has him wrestle, that's like irresponsible on his part. I don't give a shit if the doctor clears him. Like he like I'll preface this, I do think Tony Khan's a good person at heart. I do also think he's still the same like 12-year-old who is writing booking stuff when he was a kid. Like he's still going off that. So he's still like, oh, I've got my old like. It's almost like he's playing with his action figures in real life. Like I got Ric Flair. I'm gonna sign Ric Flair. Like I was like, and like that's why. What's up, Dara Amazing? How you doing? Thanks for popping in the chat.
Dara the Amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, like that's like it explains why, because he grew up in a time where like women's wrestling wasn't big, and now like because all his ideas growing up and like all this stuff, all this booking, it's part of the reason I understand why he doesn't book. I don't agree with it, but like I understand why he doesn't book the women as well as he does. Like he could book them a whole lot better because he's still going off like he's still, I feel like, the same kid who had these same ideas and thing, and like he seeing like somebody who he loved, like Ric Flair, a legend like Ric Flair, wanted to work for his company. I like through that I understand it, but like he can't. He just has to keep him mad. Like he didn't have Arn Anderson wrestle. Like he cannot have him wrestle. I don't give a shit what Ric Flair wants. I don't give a
Somebody's
damn
got to step in.
What off? Like it's got to be the same doctor that says Donald Trump is in the best position of any president in the history of time. Like it's got to be the same corrupt, shitty doctor who's definitely getting indicted for something that's saying that he's physically able to wrestle.
Oh, God.
Like, get out of here. The man is like passed out during a match.
Yeah. King of the North said Pluggo's blowing the budget again. How you doing, King of the North? Yep. But Ophelia's announced, and the do not call Vince out, then sign for. Yeah, that was the thing too. Like you can't drag your heels super hard into the sand and say no Vince. This trash Vince, trash Hogan on top of it too, and say he's banned, and then like be like Ric Flair's cool with all of his allegations and things that against him. And like you said, even again, if we look at it strictly from a wrestling standpoint, like there's no real value that Ric Flair brings to the promotion because he can't wrestle. We saw that last match was bad. Yeah. It's just a tough decision, and it's like it makes me. We always kind of joke that like Billy Corgan books against fans.
Yeah,
Tony's starting to alienate a fan base because I'm seeing more and more people that are avid AEW supporters being like, "What is going on? Like, none of this makes any sense. Like, why are you doing this?" And now he's the official energy drink of AEW. Oh God.
Yeah. Hello, Dr. Nick. Making his paycheck. Yeah. Everyone got off their Dick Riviera jokes. On Twitter, like it makes no sense. It's for like the 10 shitty dudes who still like want to see. There's no value there. I don't think his promo is going to be any good anymore. Like he's got to be there just to manage people and to sell this shitty energy drink. Like
maybe you sell a couple T-shirts off of his thing. Maybe that's your move. But it was Dr. Pepper that signed.
Yeah,
it's Dr. Leo Spaceman,
the legend,
the
30 Rock legend, Dr. Leo Spaceman.
Sorry, Tracy, I had you confused. I didn't realize your doctor was really called Spaceman. It's Spaceman.
Yeah. Oh man.
Did he take a couple of the blue ones? Here's some red ones to counteract that. Oh goodness! I'm also a dentist too. It's like, come on, AEW. Like you're having some issues. You just got rid of some issues, and now you're got to rebuild. I don't think Ric Flair's the guy that you rebuild off of. Not at 80 years old.
Yeah. Like, I still think he's going to be like a minority. Probably like he's probably going to feature heavily in Sting's storyline coming up, like leading to his retirement.
Yeah.
But other than that, like I don't see like what you're going to do with him. Like it sounded more that they were signing a deal with his energy drink company than they were him.
Yeah.
Which, like, I love Ric Flair saying, like, I offered it to WWE. I'm like, yeah, do you know how much money WWE is making from their sponsors? Like, you cannot pay them. Your shitty energy drink company cannot pay them that money.
Yeah. They've got a partnership with these C4. These are the WWE Edition C4s behind me.
Yeah, and Slim Jim, too. They signed a sponsorship with Slim. Like, they're making record money off their sponsorships. Like, they're making insane money. There's no way... like Ric Flair could have paid that money. He just wanted to be like, but I'm Ric Flair. You're gonna pay me that money. Like, I'll give you $50 to promote my drink. I'm like, no, this is like we're signing like 8-figure like massive deals,
right?
Like $20-30 million deals with these companies to sponsor the show.
Speaking about massive deals, do you have it like the match we're watching today?
Oh, I do.
We've got Jody Threat and Taryn From Accounting from LPW 10, Appetite for Wrestling.
I'm going to throw that up.
That is what we call in the business a banger, friends. As we talk about Ric Flair and whatever else the chat wants to talk about. You got questions, comments, let us know. I actually got to talk to Jody Threat for the LPW show for this one.
Yeah.
And this was the infamous my chair broke mid-interview. So you see me like kind of slouch down halfway through because my chair broke out from under me.
There's some fans. I hear some Stuart fans.
Oh, Stuart Garvey getting some love.
Way above my head.
Maybe TK will sell the Woo Wings. Does he have Woo Wings too, Dare Amazing? He sells chicken wings and energy drinks? Sounds like a Ric Flair endorsement.
Actually, after last week's Sunday brunch,
Jody Threat.
Stuart Garvey DM'd me, and he was like, because I mentioned that they were doing like a spot in the corner where he's basically like she's got the sleeper hold while sitting in the top rope of the turnbuckle in the match we're watching, and I like Stuart wasn't counting.
You didn't put over Stuart? You buried the ref?
No, I nicely pointed out that he should have been counting and not like trying to see if she's passing out. He's like, yeah, you're 100% right. They just really wanted to do that spot.
Jody Threat is here.
But yeah, shout out Stuart Garvey, great ref.
A ref that gives the wrestlers some room to breathe.
Yeah, and gives the people what they want.
Or get choked out, not count.
And a member of the clandestine society in Taryn From Accounting.
My girl, TFA.
The third beard right here.
Third beard, ladies and gentlemen.
We just need to talk through this song.
Talk. Loud noises. I love lamp.
We will not get another contact strike for this song. Da 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 da.
Find in the clandestine society.
It is not, in fact, one of those days.
Loud entrances.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What if I go like this?
To the locker room area now.
But no, I talked to TFA all full disclosure for the upcoming LPW show. The wrestling chain. That'll drop soon on our Patreon. She's taking on Killer Kelly, another Impact superstar.
Yeah.
Jody Threat, of course, well-traveled, recently making appearances in Circle 6 Wrestling.
I mean, Dara, there's breaking the budget, then there's breaking the budget. And I think playing Limp Bizkit on our thing would fundamentally bankrupt us.
Good at this bell ringing thing.
I don't know, how much is it? How much would a Limp Bizkit song to license out?
3 pluggos.
3 pluggos.
Yeah.
So this, if I'm not mistaken, was before Jody Threat signed with Impact, or was it right around the time? Because she's been there for, it feels like at least a year now.
Yeah, I think this was just before she signed with
Can't believe we
Impact.
got to say goodbye to Dr. Kyoto.
Oh yeah, this was the Dr. Kyo. Big Bad Boris always sounding good.
Headlock Taryn.
Oh,
Able to do so.
let him in. I didn't spend any
Oh,
money.
he did.
Good news, guys. I made it.
I didn't spend any money.
Taryn, did you take her over?
Oh my
Shoulders
God,
are down.
Lawrence, you rock
Yo.
star. Thank you.
Early
I officially
predicaments
was
from both competitors rolling through again. Shoulders down.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Oh.
Wait,
No.
it just dropped out. Sorry, it dropped out for a second.
Oh, good. As long as I'm not muted.
Into the midsection.
37 minutes in traffic.
Some of the most
Jeez.
I honestly, I was like, oh, Spencer can't make it. Now I'm in.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I'm
not
kidding.
even gonna be mad today. I'm gonna grab a beverage because I ran in my front door, right there, and sat down right here. I'll see you soon.
Shoulder tackle, nothing taken, nothing given.
Uh-oh. They both want
Hi,
this.
guys.
Oh, that was quick.
Hey, Spencer.
Hey, Spencer.
Just right here. Like, I literally ran into my kitchen and said,
Third time's the
It's
charm.
sad.
3 cups of coffee.
Decided to change up
Having a
the
beer.
Did you have time for 3 coffees today?
I did, purely because on my drive home, I made sure to stop at McDonald's and grab myself a coffee because I'm sitting here thinking, all right, it's going to be good and smart of me to be prepared for the stream.
Yeah.
Fans loving having Jody Threat back.
Yeah, I woke up from a
Morning,
nap.
chat.
I had dozed off on the couch, and I woke up and was like, "Oh shit, Lawrence is going solo. Do you need me? I'm in." I was literally making mozzarella sticks, and after I woke up, I was like, I ate them real quick. I didn't want to be unprofessional, eat them on the stream, so they're sitting upstairs waiting for me. I had a couple.
You are a hero, and
Wrestling.
I don't use that word lightly. Someone who decides to put mozzarella sticks on the back burner.
That's right. That's right. Oh shit, they're still on the back burner. Oh no, the house is burning down. Got
Yeah.
Oh man. Thank you.
So
I'm
this
happy I
match-
got to hop in during this match because goddamn did I love it. I absolutely
We just started
loved
it. Yep.
We appreciate and love you, no pun intended.
Yes.
Remember correctly, this was the first time that Taryn and Jody wrestled one-on-one. This was like just over a year ago.
Head back into the turnbuckle.
Mm-hmm.
Guns N' Roses tribute, the first Guns N' Roses tribute. Hopefully not the last.
Twitch stream, but I'm hoping everybody there is enjoying
We were trying to decide. This was right before Jody had signed with Impact, correct? You got her in right before the big
not
announcement.
like just before. If I remember right, because she was right after Bound for Glory last year, if I remember right.
Okay.
Or the last, no.
Both ladies already.
Let's see. We don't
Would have
know.
been April or May, I think Jody signed, if I remember correctly.
So this was in November.
Yep, November of last year.
So okay.
This is Jody's second appearance in a Love Pro Wrestling ring, of course, after debuting at LPW X.
Her first singles match in LPW history. Huh?
This one wasn't. The first one was her and Nicole Matthews.
Oh, I thought it was Scramble. My bad. I'm old.
No, sir, that's okay. We're
We've
all
done
old.
so many of these. They're all.
Although
I'm
you've got
starting to
so
forget.
much leeway today, brother. I am
Hey.
so late for this stream. You can,
Hey,
as long as you don't spend my money. You're pretty
Where's
well
the
good.
sparklers? Where's the sparklers?
Yeah, this is Jody Threat's second match in Love Pro Wrestling, and man, like, just one of my favorite people. I know I say that really often. We're really lucky to work with a lot of wonderful human beings, but man, like, Jody Threat's just one of the most badass people out there. A lot of love for JT.
You're damn right, they're amazing. I always got time for wrestling and mozzarella.
sticks.
Oh, yeah.
Mozzarella sticks. I wish I would have thought we actually yesterday I had a couple of friends over, and because the Edmonton Oilers game, just timeline wise for us, we got to watch Crown Jewel and the Oilers game. So we did wrestling, hockey, and brunch yesterday. My second straight brunch.
Nice.
Nice. That's a good day.
That's a good day.
Mozzarella sticks though. We hash browns, bacon, and cinnamon rolls.
There you go. We chatted a little Crown Jewel at the top. What did you think, El Capitano?
I enjoyed it. I've still got to go back and watch the heavyweight title match. I was out walking the dog when that one was on. I thought that the Logan Paul Rey Mysterio match was going to open, admittedly. So I hedged my bets and I hedged them wrong. I thought it was good. You know, I'm pretty not frustrated or whatever, but like, as I'm sure a lot of people have said, I know Zach actually tweeted about it. I was reading while I was walking in here, like, there needs to be some sort of change here sooner rather than later in the Bloodline story and the Roman story, and like some sort of shift, because like, SummerSlam and now this match with like, I love me some Jey Uso, I love me some LA Knight, but like, same match at this point. It really is, and I hope that changes, because the Bloodline is, even now, in spite of those two, it's an all-time great story.
Yeah, I mean, like, at the end of the day,
I thought was fun.
Oh shit! God damn it!
Following is an actual Canadian dairy farmer.
Milkshakes bring everyone to the yard.
They bring everyone.
What?
I don't know if that's.
I would have rather keep that going. We don't get those commercials down in the United States division of Love Wrestling. I need that in my life.
Yeah, like, also, we don't get, like, the Super Bowl commercials here.
No?
Like,
yeah.
No. Like,
so you watch the Super Bowl and it's
huge
commercials?
It is a huge
yeah. Like, I remember TSN did it one year on one of their feeds. Like, they had the, like, TSN did it one year. I remember that. And they also incentivized people to watch the other feed without the American commercials by doing a contest throughout. So, like, there's, like, you could win $1 million if you watch the other feed. But they decided to do one with the American commercials. But yeah, we don't get it, because we just get Canadian. We get, like, a couple.
Right here, she said that's the best part. You guys are missing out.
Yeah, we get some of them. We get, like, the big movie ones. Like, we get some of the trailers. But, like, the vast majority, we get, like, a Canadian company's commercial.
We get crap. Crap.
Exactly. We get shitty commercials. We have to go online after the game to watch it.
Oh boy! Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles.
It's called the big game. We cannot use that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's true.
You can't even say Super Bowl.
No, you can't say Super. That's copyrighted. It's Superb Owl. We are Owl fans.
Wait, what is going on here?
The NFL, quite litigious, does not anyone to advertise or think the game with the very large sports game.
The NFL and CBC.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. I'm learning all sorts of stuff today.
Same thing with
Canadian broadcast standards. I can understand a lot of the logic and where they come from. The execution is very, very poor. Like, legally, we have to have, I believe it's 55% of all the content on Canadian radio has to be Canadian content. But it doesn't have to be a Canadian artist. As long as there was a Canadian producer finished or featured or something like that, it counts as Canadian content.
Like,
so you're just really limiting in every way, shape, and form. Again,
this is some pretty awesome Canadian content right here.
Yeah, there we go. This is some CanCon right here. Two incredible Canadian wrestlers. The best of the best of the 49. We're nailing our stuff here, CBC.
Same thing. You can't say Olympics. Or... yeah, that they also, like, unless you have the TV rights. Yeah, watch out. We'll sign the Superb Owl. I wonder how much a Canadian...
Do you guys get the halftime show then? Or
yeah.
Okay. So
like,
actually, they just re-show like some Bob and Doug McKenzie stuff.
Yeah. It's just Letterkenny. It's just...
Wait.
Oh
very close, and now
we do the Superb Owl halftime show, but it's actually just a mock-up of the Terrence and Phillip characters doing it.
Yeah. Unrelated, but like one year, like during the like at my friend's like Oscar party, and like the local local NBC affiliate that was like showing it had their own, like, during like commercial breaks of like the red carpet, had their own Oscar party, which just looked like somebody's bar mitzvah. In this like shitty dining hall. They like, and here's like, it was great television. It's like, here's the mayor's son coming in to celebrate the Oscars. Oh, here it is. 1, 2, 3.
Number cruncher. Only one person has ever kicked out of the number cruncher and loves pro wrestling, but I'll let you guys figure out who that one was.
I should know this, shouldn't I?
And TFA back in the win column here.
I don't know much about it.
LPW performing at the halftime show confirmed.
Yeah.
We're just going to run halftime heat at the Rec Room.
Oh, yeah. We should 100% do that.
Good. Yeah, I'd watch that.
You know what? I'm a guy who can facilitate that.
Is there a way to book McFoley for that halftime heat and still put the title on him again?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
If Mick Foley ever wanted to come and work a show for Love Pro Wrestling, brother, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Halftime.
Pro
I
Wrestling
liked
will be a
halftime
rock
heat. I enjoyed it.
Remember a few years ago when they did that like 6-man tag match? Was that?
Yeah,
that
but there was only 5 competitors we'll talk about in that match.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Name redacted.
One of my favorite matches of all time was the inaugural North American Championship ladder match. And do you know how hard it is to never go back and watch that one again?
Yeah. No, it did not. That is happening January 21st.
January 21st in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
Yeah.
Home of the Oilers.
But what's happening before that is LPW 21, the chain wrestling. The 24th of November at the Rec Room in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
I thought you were going to say the 24th show from Love Pro Wrestling. I was like, brother, the number's in there.
Yeah.
No, I know.
The 349th show in Love Pro Wrestling history.
Yeah.
In front of 81,000 Hulkamaniacs, brother. We're doing it.
I'm good at this stuff.
96,000 of you guys in the Rec Room.
Yeah.
I've gotten better at this since Mitch Clark yelled at me at LPW 5.
Probably deserved, but
definitely deserved.
We will definitely play Headlock on My Heart over and over and over again. This is why you get to play at the Oil Rumble. It's the only thing that's happened. That's
so happy that Headlock on My Heart of anything from our show.
Yeah.
That made the speed blog. And if you guys have a chance, head over and support our good buddy Speedball Mike Bailey. Their vlog from Love Pro Wrestling 19 came out about a week ago at this point, and just a lit and fun time as the kids are saying.
Yeah.
Can't wait to have Speedball. Can't wait to have Veda back here sooner rather than later. Just great human beings. Another quick shout as well, because I only saw it. I think it was Zach that tweeted it out. Speedball Mike Bailey wrestled Santana Jackson.
Yeah.
I think it was
that
the
match was
before.
awesome. Last night.
So psyched to watch that.
Yeah, I'm going to watch that later.
I won't spoil anything. It was at See or No last night in Atlanta. I won't spoil anything if you haven't watched it yet, but it lived up to the expectation. It was pretty tough.
What I love to hear. Love to hear. Speedball Mike Bailey,
good.
again, we've all sung their praises a million times on here and will a million times more, but it's one of the best people you'll find in pro wrestling. There aren't many people who can go out there and wrestle, whether it's an MRB or a Josh Alexander or a Will Ospreay or anyone like that, and then go out there and wrestle. And Santana Jackson, incredibly talented, but an incredibly different style of professional wrestling than any of the previous 3 I'd mentioned there. What a freaking blast.
I will say, Speedball looked like he was having himself some fun.
He did.
Yeah,
Darren Mason hopping in there. You know what's crazy? That cursed match now has an NWA World's Champion. Talking about the ladder match there. Well, you know what, buddy? I'd much rather they have this one as a previous World's Champion than the frickin' Funkasaurus. What a
ain't nobody calling. Well, I have to imagine some people called his mama to be like, "What is with your son?"
Pouring nothing out for Tyrus's NWA World's Championship reign. I'm really not. Speaking though of the NWA, just because we can always tie great stuff back to Love Pro Wrestling. See? Huge shout out, Taylor Rising, of course, making an appearance on the NWA tapings last night. When those are going to air, I'm not 100% certain. And huge shout out to Kid Chocolate Mo Jabari doing the same on last night's taping. So real excited to see what comes out of those. I admittedly, if I had spoilers, I'd give them to you. I don't have spoilers, therefore I will.
And shout out to Kyle Davis.
Human being.
We're coming on here to talking about those two studs.
I need a Kleenex. Sorry.
He's got to cry.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just so proud. Proud,
I'd like
Papa.
to thank my mom. I'd like to thank, actually, I do want to thank my mom and dad, because my dad just came over and he was helping me out with some Christmas lights here over the weekend. So I'm not quite a 7-tree sort of person. I like to crème de spirit.
7, baby. The 7th one spins.
I'm excited for that one. I've got my little, just because like I live alone and I don't really like I don't have people over here for presents or anything like that. So I have a little like Charlie Brown counter Christmas tree that will be going up here in the next couple of days.
So we full shoot on speaking of the tree situation. So usually the Christmas.
Oh, good. We've never talked about that.
We've never talked about it, but it's an update. It's an update that the people want. So
This is what we just got sub out for the punk date. We just need Zach to do it. Zach, if you're still tuned in, we just need like a tree date.
Tree date. Well, we got new neighbors. Full shoot. They just moved in and they put up Christmas lights and some stuff outside. So I think the Christmas decorating is now going to migrate from inside to out. So stay tuned.
You got to step it up. You got to.
She was like, oh my God,
keep up with the Joneses.
Yeah.
She no joke opened up all the windows in the house yesterday because our houses are kind of close because we're in the city to show off all the trees to be like maybe these people will be friends.
Here's the thing: are you just gonna put like a nice little Douglas fir in the front yard now?
What we're gonna do? I don't know what she's planning, man. I'm here for the ride. I'm here for the happy wife, happy life. When someone looks as good as Mrs. Pluggo, you just don't tell her no. That's how I roll.
Pluggo, here's what we've got going, and I'm just going to pitch this to you right now. And Lawrence, you're the lawyer, so you can tell me if I'm crossing over into any legalities here. But once a week for the tree date, we've got 3 days or 4 days, I guess, until the next edition of Between Two Beards. So we're just going to need some constant like progress pics here of the Pluggo household from the outside and the inside, hosted by Mrs. Pluggo.
Oh,
yeah.
Where she's like in front of the tree, she's decorated.
And it can be pre-recorded. We don't need this to be live. We can do it much like Rich's Rad Team, but we're going to need some updates here.
Oh, another late run-in.
Oh boy!
Oh, another late run-in.
Blair does not agree with this.
Man.
Yeah, he just heard trees. Fuck them trees, and he leaves.
Trees. Hi guys, how are you?
Restored a tree. I'm good, Blair. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Just
I saw
that. Yeah, I saw that you guys were live still, so I was like, I'll pop in for a minute, see how things are going,
and see what that gets you booted.
I got to be honest with you here, Blair. I came into this stream hot and not like mad hot. Like I had to run into my home to actually even make it onto this stream.
Just sexy hot.
Yeah.
I was very, very, very happy I noticed that I was clicking into the wrong room before. I was real happy to figure that one out.
We would have been chatting and be like, oh, Spencer's here. What's up, Spencer?
Yeah. How did it go? If you want to give some spoilers, I'm not going to ask or reveal whom you were just chatting to for the Grainmaker Wrestling podcast as found here on Love Wrestling.
Tell us.
Wherever podcasts are played.
You know what? I can give you the next couple guests because joining me this upcoming week will be Rose, who just had that banger of a match with Silesia Sparks.
Hey!
Also in the month of November, we're going to have the voice of LPW, Big Bad Boris, on.
Yeah.
And Alex Rain will also be joining me later on in the month. So.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Blair,
don't forget about us little people, Blair. When you make it big, buddy.
I am still a little person too. So don't forget
about your little weekend gig that you have with moi.
My best friend Pluggo.
Ophelia hopping in as well too.
Yeah.
If we're going to be talking about decorations for Crimbus, we got to be talking about decorating individuals' bodies. Quick shout out to Drew and JPJ for their Halloween costumes. They were fantastic.
Yeah.
I really appreciate how for the first, because I tuned in, I was actually up, thank goodness, for daylight savings today. Y'all haven't turned your clock back. Do it.
That's why I was up early this morning.
See, and I woke up on time to actually tune into the start of Firmly AEW.
I knew something.
You'll notice me at about 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. I'm hopping in. That's when you'll see Spencer throwing out a bunch of retweets because I'm usually not up by that point on a Sunday morning. But huge shout out. Commitment to the bit was chef's kiss on both of their ends. I appreciated it. You guys have the chance after this because he put it out after we started streaming. Drew did a very good Christian Cage promo.
The unchristian Cage, he actually, instead of talking to the people who doesn't have dads, he just wants all the daddies for him. He made that very clear.
All the daddies for Drew.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to bring this up, but I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to get us another copyright strike on here. Excellently done. Excellently done. If you guys have the opportunity, and I know you do because you love to follow Love Wrestling CA wherever podcasts are played, videos are viewed, or awesome content's created by awesome people, head over to our Twitch channel at 8 a.m. Mountain Time, 10 a.m. Eastern every Sunday for Firmly AEW featuring JPJ and DREW. See, that was good. I haven't been on Brunch in a bit. I've got to make sure I still remember how to do this shit. Right? And if you're tuned in, hammer that like button. We're trying to hit some like goals over the next little bit. I don't know where we're currently at right now as far as how many likes that we have pulled out on this here machine.
God damn it, Ben.
Big Ben.
Yes! Put that on the screen. That's the best comment
Ben
of the day.
hopping out. Check the hammers on this squad. Looks like the 4 Hogsmen. You are a wonderful, handsome individual. I've got to actually slide in your DMs here sooner rather than later. Got to talk about some June and stuff. Ooh. None of these guys on screen know about, but we got to talk about some stuff here for June, brother. But if you're just hopping in, like Big Ben Hogsman, if you have been here the whole time,
oh, bless you.
Thank you.
Like, it really helps us out in the old Al Gore rhythm, which is what they both call the things that promote your things on social media, and Al's dance moves.
And good night. This has been the Brunch Show.
So bad. That was the worst thing I have ever said.
I will say I'm super excited that Lawrence Spencer and I have been on stream. This is the longest we've been on stream since the last time we were on stream together.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That even clips 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We got
Thanks,
one like
guys.
on here right now. Let's get her up to 3 if we can. If we can get her to 3 here, we're 55 minutes. If we can get her to 3 likes
I'll
by
take
the
off
end
my
of the
shirt.
hour. Within
Oh,
5
Blair will
or
take his
4.
shirt off. Let's go.
You know what, Blair? I will also do something because I'm not by any means here to suggest that you don't take your shirt off. But if we can get a couple more likes here on the old YouTube video in the next couple of minutes, 5 more minutes, I'll give you guys an LPW 21 match announcement.
When I said that, Mrs. Grainmaker gave me the sexy eyes, so I mean she's down for it. She'll probably hit the like button.
Yeah.
Oh,
let's go.
Hey, there we go. We're up to 5. All right. I need Lawrence or
Take that shirt off, baby. Let's go. Look away, Mrs. Pluggo. It's about to get sexual. Oh, he's doing it. He's doing it. Oh,
I was gonna do it.
oh, he's doing it. Oh, he's actually doing it.
Yes,
You thought he was
so
kidding.
happy. Yes, I said I was going to do it. Blair is the only person not surprised by this.
Are those red and yellow peppers?
Yeah.
Ow!
Your
Blair,
nipples
you're
look like
looking hot.
fajitas.
My nipples are like little pepperonis.
Those are 2 very differently sized items. Those are.
I've got a
I
hankering
don't
for
even know
fajitas.
how those are 2 things compared.
How do your nipples look like the state of Maine?
Why do your nipples look like Lisa's Florida costume from the 60s? Mrs. Grainmaker fully supports this.
We got our numbers jumped here.
It's 2 o'clock. Welcome from Brunch Gimmick's over. Welcome to Titty Talk. This is how we make all our money. So, how are we all of a sudden millionaires? It's been 5 minutes of this.
Alrighty, I'm going to do what we did because thank you guys. We hit our 5 like goal. We've hit 6. That's a wonderful, wonderful thing. We really appreciate it.
Is it cold over there, Blair?
Cut glass over here.
Yeah,
It's
don't
winter
walk
in
by any
Canada.
glass, dude. I don't want you to cut anything.
You're a brave man. But
It's weird that you still have that sweater on after you still have a sweater on after you took your shirt off.
it's going to be this hot. Let's throw out another hot little match announcement here.
Love
Not
you.
for Love Pro Wrestling 21 exclusively, but something with some LPW implications at Rogers Place. LPW 17 saw the first of these, and LPW 21 is going to be the second of these. Yes, coming up on November 24th, our second ever championship gauntlet match. Michael Allen, Richard Clark, Zoe Sager, Stephen Crow, and The Thickness, Reed Matthews. I wish I had made that clip longer. I'm going to play it again. Is that okay? We'll just do it again. Look at this. Richard Clark, Zoe Sager, Stephen Crow, and The Thickness, Reed Matthews. vying in a gauntlet match to become the #1 contender to the Love Pro Wrestling Grand Championship. But not only will they be challenging for the LPW Grand Championship should they win this match, they're going to be doing it at LPW times EOK, the Oil Rumble. We're going to find out our #1 contender for the first Love Pro Wrestling show of 2024. Coming up on November 24th.
I'm sorry, Blair doesn't have a shirt on, so I missed everything you just said. I'm busy gazing.
We called you in here because we told you this was a very important conversation relating to your further employment at Love Pro.
Yeah.
Blair just takes a shirt off and you miss
Fire me now, I guess. If this is the end, what a way to go. At least I got a parting gift of Blair topless. Love it.
Oh, and now he's going to the hoodie, no shirt. That's a real California style right there. California. Featuring Blair Pacheco.
If I had the bathrobe, I'd just throw that on, but then I'd be all Tony Soprano up in here.
You said I was fired? Oh, damn.
Oh no, that delay, that Wi-Fi delay we've got here.
Oh, it's because he put the shirt back on. Everything's back in focus. Oh, well, all right, guys. It's nice. All right. Oh, shit. That sounds like a fun match, a little gauntlet. That sounds like an interesting time. You got Reed, you got Zoe. There's some stuff there. Interesting.
There's some potential.
I like that.
I think they're four individuals who, excuse me as I'm sneezing my way through all of this. 4 individuals that have more than earned an opportunity to Grand Championship at any championship in Love Pro. But I think that this one specifically is going to have a lot of interesting potential matchups. You know, you look back, obviously Zoe and Reed have their relationship, but you know, it's not as though Michael Allen Richard Clark wasn't the guy who came to Stephen Crow's aid at LPW 5, right? Leading in to his first match back with Love Pro at LPW 6, and that trios match, 6-way match, whatever.
And then MRB wins. Stephen Crow, MRB. Ooh.
Exactly. Lots of moving parts. Everybody wants a shot at that Grand Championship now that Lumberjack Larry's carrying it. There's a lot of room for new matchups. I hate the fresh matchups. You can have people go in, like, there's a lot of different directions this one can go with a lot of really talented individuals in it. So I'm real excited, man. Real excited. And it's very, very cool that, like I said, this isn't really just something for LPW 21, but this is something that is going to build towards quite literally the biggest show in Love Pro history.
Yes.
Which we've gotten to say a lot over the last couple of months.
Yeah, we have.
Oh, yeah.
I got to come up with a new phrase when I write the previous. I'm like, this is the biggest show we've ever had. Everybody's like, you said that last month, pluggo.
Match we've ever had.
The
most hugely.
Blair, did you anticipate going shirtless today? Was this all part of your plan? I'm coming in late. I'm showing off the progress.
Truth be told, like an hour and a half ago when I was beached on the couch watching GCW, I was shirtless. So
you're like, I'm gonna go. Okay.
Yeah. Got home from the gym, just tarps off.
This is the biggest brunch.
You got 3 bless yous.
Yeah, I just watched I literally just watched the Seinfeld episode about the God bless you, and Jerry's like, you should. Why do we say God bless you? You say you're so
good looking.
You're so good looking. So there you go, Mrs.
Good looking.
Yeah,
gorgeous. I don't think anybody's ever been that sorry for a sneeze ever. That's what the room sounds like when you sneeze in front of Vince. Like, oh my god, oh my god.
I think Blair might be the first person
you're dead.
Make some things happen because of wrestling podcast, and he's getting googly eyes off screen right now.
Yeah.
First wrestling, like all the wrestling nerds that were teach me your secrets.
That's you.
How do you do it? Is that a lady talking to you? This is crazy.
You didn't sneeze. I just hope you are blessed. Hi, you big dumb
I'm glad I woke up for this.
I'm glad you woke up for this, because otherwise we would have really just thrown Lawrence under the bus. We would have deposited him firmly under a double-decker. And been like, well, bud, here you go.
What I should have done was told him I was in, and then made him vamp on screen for 20
I was
minutes,
about to. I was like 30 seconds. I'm like, fuck it, I gotta go live. Pre-show's been going on forever.
We've just got to start doing cold opens more often.
Yeah,
I think that's the approach.
Zach thought you were ribbing him last
sitting in here
week.
by yourself? Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I would have just went live and been like, "What's up, guys? I don't know what to do with my hands. Let's talk about budgets."
Solo streams are hard.
Yeah,
they're real difficult to do. Even for me, I like to converse. I like to talk, but it's hard to converse with just yourself.
Not if you have multiple personalities.
Like Split.
Yeah.
Is that the movie?
Yeah, also like Glass.
Oh, like
Spoiler
Glass,
alert.
Glass also?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Spoiler alert on Fight Club.
Spoiler alert for anybody here who hasn't seen the 1998 film Fight Club. I actually think it was like 2004 because it came after The Incredible Hulk.
Thanks, guys. There go all of our likes. You spoiled Fight Club. Everybody's down disliking the stream.
Yeah.
Wasn't Fight Club like early 2000?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's like I feel like it was right before. It was right in Edward Norton's really weird streak of, hey, I'm going to do this and the Hulk and American History X.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you're just a really angry dude, but for a lot of different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just like, does this script have an angry character in it? I'm in.
Can I absolutely lose it on a few people over the next couple of months? Yes, Edward Norton.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
He legitimately. That's why they cast. They like switched to catching the Hulk because not because they're like angry because he very much like had his own idea for the next movie, and there's like no and missed out on like 15 years of a paycheck.
That's almost as bad. What was the original roadie? Who was the guy?
Terrence Howard. Yeah, he didn't want to do the sequel.
I preface all of this with Terrence Howard has probably made more money than I'll ever see in my lifetime, but I'll also look at Terrence Howard and say, that was dumb.
Mm-hmm.
That was dumb of you, sir. And then he'll say, please park my car and hold the pickles on my Big Mac. And I'll be like, yes, sir.
You just carry a Big Mac with you just for this reason? Just a power trip? Please take these pickles off.
There's no pickles.
Yeah.
You had that.
Yeah.
Don't ask
Howard
questions.
always has Big Macs.
Terrence Howard, I asked the question.
I was
Will Ferrell as Tiger Woods accepted his ESPY.
Yeah.
I'm Tiger Woods. I asked the questions. All right, well, good. I'm glad this sufficiently went off the rails. Anything else to talk about? I missed the entire first half of this stream, so for all I know, we didn't talk about anything. We did. Or we talked about everything. Do we close the show, or do we talk about things?
We talked about Crown Jewel. We chatted about Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Then you popped in. We watched Jody Threat, TFA. Then we saw Blair's nipples. I think we've covered it all.
Silly,
and uncovered some things as well.
Yeah, you're 100% right. That's like
you have been consensually exposed.
You really have. It's on Brunch. You've been exposed.
Oh God, Ric Flair and AEW. We can make that one a quick one. Why? How could you ever? And again, take all the personal stuff out because that opens up a whole new door, and that is a door that should have stayed closed. Looking purely on just like the asset to your wrestling promotion end, number one, Tony Khan gifted a human to Sting. I don't think that's legal. I don't think that's legal anywhere at any point. Bad start. Off to a bad start. Number two, that gift was Ric Flair.
Ric Flair signed those papers not knowing what he was signing. He thought he was doodling. Tony's like, got him. I own this human being now.
What just a silly decision.
Yeah.
Like, I truly, and again, looking purely at the in-ring, I can understand how you could look at Ric Flair in 1997 and be like, man, this guy can be an asset to your promotion. It's 2023, nearly 24. He's cleared to bump? Like, who could possibly look at that, man? Like, lots of love. My dad, he keeps himself physically fit. He's a fairly strong man for a guy who's 61 years old, excuse me. I would look at my dad, and if he said, you know what, son, I think I want to wrestle. Get fucked. Like,
This just in: Spencer's a terrible son.
And
let his father live out his dream.
I'm positive. If my dad, if I was, if you're in the proverbial greasers and socias, if I've got one side with Ric Flair and one side with my dad, Kevin Love, I'm picking Kevin Love 10 out of 10 times. In just a fist fight.
Love 10 Cavaliers forward.
Yeah, Cavaliers forward, Kevin Love. My father. There's a fun one for you. I don't know. I don't know how anyone can look at Ric Flair and be like, you are someone who is an asset both inside and outside of the ring to my professional wrestling promotion.
He's going to have a technical banger with Bryan Danielson. Just the technical wizardry
in the sense that he's going to be technically dead for the most of it.
I don't know if it makes me more sad. Like any way you look at it. Okay, Ric Flair versus Bryan Danielson, that's sad. That's a sad idea. Ric Flair versus... I don't want to see him wrestle anyone. No one. There's nothing I want to see Ric Flair doing on my screen, ever. And I know I speak for a large portion. Like, this is the first time, and I ain't the first one to say this by any means. This is the first time that, like, AEW's really felt like, ugh.
Yeah.
Even when all the CM Punk stuff was going on, even when all of that BS was happening with Brawl Out or the second Brawl Out 2 Electric Boogaloo, like, at the very least, on screen was good enough that you were like, yeah, okay, there's issues backstage, but at least the product's fun. Like, they were saying, and I agree with them on Firmly this morning, like, this was a completely missable episode of Dynamite this week. And it feels like that's been more often than not. And your big ace in the hole, your ticket to success, is Ric Flair. Are you kidding me? That's like me bringing in freaking Boom Boom Jeffrey on to come play forward for the terrible Edmonton Oilers right now. Why?
Like,
who's Boom Boom Jeffrey? Is that a real person?
That is a real person.
You better believe it. He was part of the Punchline with Elmer Locke and Maurice Richard.
Yeah.
Until Toe Blake took over when Elmer Locke got traded in 54.
Is this the stuff you guys watched during the big game?
Yes. Yeah, Super Bowl.
Like, this past week's was completely missable, and I'm really curious, like, with what they have already scheduled for this upcoming weeks, if they're kind of trying to, like, do a quick, hard turn away from that, because you've got, like, 4 matches announced already that are pretty solid. So I'm hoping that it's trying to get back on track to what really made them special with what they were producing every Wednesday night.
Yeah. Like, the best way I've heard it put, and I think it was Kate from Bipolar that had said it like this, is like, oh, frick, now I forget where I was going with that. Sorry, Kate, I was trying to put you over, homie.
Just say 69.
You're 69.
Good. Yeah.
But it's just all so backwards. It really just feels backwards. AEW, and sorry, there we go. Now I found my train. AEW felt like an alternative, and they advertise themselves as an alternative, and they're this disruptor brand, and they're all this sort of stuff. And then here's Ric Flair and Woo Energy.
Yeah,
buddy.
Ooh. Like, I mentioned it earlier to Pluggo, and it's like it always seems to prove true. It's with Tony Khan. Again, like, I don't think he's a bad person. I think he's like a very nice person behind the scenes, but like everything he does with booking, it seems like it's still his 12-year-old self booking it. Like, who, like, he mentions multiple times, like, he used to have books of, like, booking. It seems like he's just going off of that, and that's why
I feel like he found an old one. I forgot all about this one.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I could finally play with Ric Flair. Like, he's almost playing with, like, human action figures. That's why he gifted him the Sting. He's like, this is my favorite toy that I found back in the day. Like, it feels like that. Like, it feels like this is, like, like, if you're a billionaire and are able to do this, he's finally able to do this. Like, good, bad, or different, he's not going to see any other way around it, because, like, this is his, like, favorite thing in the world, and he's going to play with them in spite of everyone else.
I don't think, and again, this is, I'm trying to avoid it because I, number one, know that everybody here on screen agrees, but, like, nobody's sitting here looking at, like, good person Ric Flair. Not one of us. Not one individual out there is, and if you are, you're wrong. But for me, and again, full respect to Tony Khan, because that guy has, like, he's built the biggest promotion since WCW to rival WWE. Yeah. But at the same time, you're going to sit there and rightfully, might I add, put on this big grandstand of like, well, Hulk Hogan's never allowed here and and Linda Hogan's never allowed here, and
dear.
Brooke Hogan's never allowed here, and Kiera is. But I know. But like, you're gonna sit here and you're gonna put on this big moral stand about how Hulk Hogan, and again, rightfully for this stuff. I'll look at WWE and say it's silly to be trotting Terry out at this point.
Yeah.
But like, it's just so hollow. It's so hollow when you're saying all this sort of stuff, and it's looked upon positively, and it's stuff you should be doing, and then you bring out Rick. I don't know.
Young upstart Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Well, there's been a lot of chips to this sort of stuff. Again, I say that when the on screen was good, at least when Brawl Out and all that stuff was happening, it was. But they still took a lot of chips through that one with the way it was handled, and whether it's not announcing suspensions or not doing it, like completely brushing everything under the rug, and that's what they're doing again with Rick. They're brushing it under the rug.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Mrs. Pacheco.
Hi, Mrs. Pacheco.
It's very silly. This whole Ric Flair signing for
very bad.
AEW, this whole Ric Flair signing is going to take, and rightfully should take, not groveling by any means, but like there's a lot of hard work that needs to go into making up for a lot of people who feel really burned with this decision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really, really burned. Like, I don't want to watch Ric Flair hop. I don't want to watch Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Like, I had no interest in the last
There we
match.
go.
I had like zero interest in the last match. Like, I don't want to see him in a ring. Like, it would be insane for me if Tony Khan actually has him wrestle.
He
Like,
said he fell asleep during the last match.
Exactly.
And we're
Like, it'd be
Twice. I passed out twice and convincingly faked a heart attack. And
Yeah.
Dr. Nick Rivera in the back. Okay.
yeah.
What?
Like,
Connected to the wristwatch, brother. Come on.
there's like, I honestly don't think Tony Khan's gonna have him wrestle. I think Ric Flair wants to wrestle. I don't think
No, Ric Flair's going to wrestle Sting at Wembley.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Well, no, we won't make it to Wembley. Sting's last match is Revolution.
Well, Spencer's broken.
We broke Spencer.
It took streaming with me once every few months, and I finally broke Spencer.
Thanks, Tony.
We need to hit the factory
Put
reset
over
button.
Ric Flair and Ricky Steamboat in a battle of the Ricks, and I'm going to hate it.
Yes. There you go.
We still got that young kid, Double J.
Hell
We're
yeah.
gonna be all the champions.
Stop! Don't start. Don't
I am
start.
not here for Double J.
Yeah, I know.
I am
Don't
not
start.
here for any Double J.
Calm
fan.
down, Blair.
He
Keep
is
your shirt
here
on.
every week.
I fucking love Double J. He's so good. Like, when they showed him at the end of
Double J
Dynamite,
is the exact opposite of Ric
Yeah.
Flair. In the sense that, like, that guy, I just want to wrestle. And I'll make an ass of myself if I have to. I don't care. What was it? Jeff, Karen, and Satnam Singh versus Aubrey Edwards in whatever that match was. And it was
Mark
horrible,
Briscoe.
but it was fun. Yeah. Nothing Ric Flair does is fun. Ric Flair is about as fun as sitting in a waiting room.
Yeah.
like any screen time that Ric Flair is getting should be given to Satnam Singh, because Satnam is incredible and he's very undervalued in AEW. And I'm being completely honest. I
Be
love
given to
Satnam.
anybody. You know
Love
what? You know it'd be nice.
Yeah.
You know it'd be nice rather than Ric Flair on my screen, a second women's match.
Yeah.
That would be a good idea.
Second women's match.
Why
A
can't
set of-
Athena
oh,
be
you know
on
what'd be nice?
Dynamite? Every other ROH title's defended on Dynamite. Why not Athena?
ROH
Come on.
is an entire different story. That's
Do you see we're getting Samoa Joe and Keith Lee on Dynamite instead of, I don't know, put that on your ROH so I would be more willing to sign up for the subscription?
we have one Ring of Honor tag team champion right now.
Yes.
And MJF is one of the most talented professional wrestlers in the world, but one guy's holding 2 titles right now, and that's silly. Like, just silly. And wherever the story may be going, or this let it play out crowd, or whatever you want to say there, I've always happily revised my opinion if a story beat changes something enough that I can completely flip my opinion. Always will. Always will. I said the bloodline was dying for a while, and then Sami Zayn booted Kevin Owens in the face during War Games, and I said, this is awesome now again.
Yeah.
I'll happily revise my opinion.
Mhm.
But like right now, I am not doing a fun.
Doing a fun?
It's
I'm
like,
not doing a singular fun.
No funds given. No funds given.
Given.
That's good.
There you go. There's a new shirt. Is anybody in the comments, anybody on screen, is anybody sitting here like, what an asset? Good idea. Genius move, TK.
No, it's bad. It's bad.
Hard.
it's because you've got like about 100 other people can do the same thing and that are more relevant. Like you already have legends in there who could have done that job. Like there are other people in that company who could have been like Sting's friend to come back and do.
I think we should maybe start it here. Don't give people his gifts.
Yeah. Well, now I can't give you your Christmas gift.
Oh no.
You're not endorsing the giving of people as gifts. What we are saying
That
is
person has been in a box for months, Spencer. Has been waiting for Christmas. It was the perfect gift. Now I have to let Zach out. I have to let Zach out of this box.
Mega got you a pony. They eat food, don't they? Like, a legend, but admitted to being a horrible human being. Nope, not great. I'd go so far as saying this is bad.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
I needed to get that out of my system.
I'm at a loss for words.
Are you drinking a Coors Banquet right now?
I'm drinking Coors Banquet right now.
Oh, nice, nice.
Hey, it's my Sunday.
Yeah.
Well, it's everyone's Sunday. Daylight savings didn't go back that far in Canada, did it? Saturday night again,
Tell me I'm wrong.
brother.
Tell me I'm wrong. It's like if you guys have ever seen the movie, you're telling me that Julius Caesar, who died well over 70 years ago, made this salad? Your timeline's technically right, but I hate it. It is my Sunday too. Yeah, I don't know. Ric Flair on Dynamite. I think you can ask 10 people if it's bad, and you'll find 11 people because you'll find someone like me who's as vehemently frustrated that he's there that'll be like, nope, this is an objectively bad thing. He wasn't even on Dynamite this week, which is nice, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know. We've signed Ric Flair. Joel Pearl put it out too. Is like that press release was more about his dumb little energy drink.
Yeah.
It's very rare that you'll find
$25.
me saying I prefer Logan Paul, but I think Prime is probably better than this woo thing that he's putting out.
Woo.
Woo.
Prime is pretty
Woo
good.
is only trademarked if it has 4 or more letters too, by the way. I learned that from his interview with Chris Van Vliet.
Oh, so 3 is fair use.
All
Woo!
right.
Like if you're just giving like a little woo.
Woo.
Like that's
Woo.
why I think How
Energy.
I Met Your Mother was able to do the woo girls so well. Yeah, it was bad. And Ophelia, you're hitting a lot of nails on my head. No, Big Ben, don't you worry. I ain't saying a bad word.
I
about
just
Prime.
said I
I'm
love
good
Mr.
words
Prime,
about
Big Ben.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I don't
Prime.
like woo.
Big
I
Ben,
don't
I'm
really
trying to
like
get
Prime.
like you, brother. I'm trying to get that Pluggo Prime partnership going.
Yeah.
I actually have one in my fridge right now. It's the red, white, and blue flavor because my friends that came over yesterday brought it in celebration of Logan Paul's impending and now realized winning of the United States Championship. That's actually kind of cool. I like it. Again, there's a lot of personal we have to take out on this end of things, but the fact that Logan Paul's your U.S. champ is kind of a neat situation.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. And I think when Santos Escobar takes it off of him, that's going to put him over in a way that Rey never could have. Not in a rude way to Rey Mysterio, that guy. And like when they said it, it's rare you can sit there and be like, oh yeah, WWE's marketing is right. It's pretty hard to argue. Rey Mysterio is like the greatest, or at the very least, like the most well-known luchador of all time.
Yeah.
It really is. But Logan Paul's known worldwide in a way that Rey Mysterio isn't to a younger generation. I think this is going to be huge.
Especially when you look at just the possible media coverage from something like this. I mean, like, it just adds so much more that you can really make someone with beating Logan Paul for this title down the line. So whether it's Santos
Massive
or someone
babyface.
else, like, that's huge. And that's what you want. You're going to get so much. You're going to get eyes on the product. You're going to get more clicks. You're going to get all those engagements from the clips on social media and all that stuff. And that's what they want. So they're set.
Yeah. Yep. Now that's I guess all we need to do is we need to have the faith that Ric Flair can go out there and put on an absolute banger and put over Miro. That's what I need.
Who, by the way,
I need Ric Flair. I need Ric Flair to go out there if he's cleared to bump. If you want my opinion to change, Logan Paul went out there and has had some bangers in his last few matches.
But also
he's
Miro.
done well, and Ric Flair's most recent match did not inspire me to feel that he was a man capable of doing it. And Ben, like you raised some good points. Half of it is me just making fun of the fact that Slick Rick is still in wrestling. The other part for me, I don't personally drink a lot of energy drinks. I used to go through Red Bull, like those 4-packs that they sell. I used to go through those in like a 4-hour shift when I was in restaurants, and doctors said, please stop. And so I did. And now I just drink obscene amounts of coffee.
I don't think I can admit to the most energy drinks I've ever drank in a day with Mrs. Rainmaker standing nearby me.
11. Is it 11? Is it more or less?
Not. I'm getting the look right now, and not the good look. Oh, she's got the spatula.
Just go like this.
Oh God.
She'll get distracted. There you go. Now you can tell us. She's in a daze.
4.
No.
It was in my younger days, honey.
Okay, let's close this out with something positive because we've got limited time, and I'm not going to close
Flair
this out
shirtless.
on Ric Flair. Flair was shirtless on a stream today, and I'm also feeling pretty proud of him for
I wish I had that. I wish I had that confidence.
My favorite thing in wrestling this week, honestly, and I still have some catch up to do. So again, take this with my little bit of an asterisk of opinion subject to change. I was very happy with old Sami Zayn stealing the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that. I thought Sami was going to steal it and cash in on Roman, and I was ready to cry. Yeah. Which also leads me to believe that they don't actually write the name of who won the Money in the Bank contract on the contract. I think they just say, this briefcase holder can cash this in.
Larry Wood style. Just right.
Live, laugh, love Larry. I friggin' love that. That's a perfect way to close it out. Pluggo, your favorite thing in wrestling other than Flair's shirtlessness?
Marco stunt.
Nice.
I thought wrestling was good. I thought wrestling was good this week.
You know what? I was watching Santana Jackson and Mike Bailey this morning, and that was a lot of fun. So I'm going to say Mike Bailey is my answer for something good in wrestling.
That's my appointment viewing for this afternoon. Lawrence, well, tell us your favorite thing in wrestling this week, and lead us right into where people can find you on social media.
Yep.
It's also cold, so I'm putting my toque back on.
My
it's
favorite
a
thing
beanie.
Yeah, it's a toque, you uneducated American bastard. There we go.
Thank you.
I have the high ground now, Pluggo.
My favorite thing in wrestling was Kairi Sane returning yesterday afternoon.
Good show.
My other favorite thing, real quick, was from Friday night when we were trying to be nice, and Mike was like, "Look at all this peaceful interaction in our chat."
Yeah.
And Lawrence goes, "Fuck you, nerd!" We're trying to be nice
we like
people.
Each other here at Love Wrestling. We promise we like each other.
Anyway,
whether or not we exhibit it sometimes.
Yeah, and you can find me at CurtsyNDG on Instagram and Twitter. You can find me on Twitch at LJCurtsier514. Follow me on there. Trying to get the numbers up. I'm going to be streaming probably throughout the week, different games. And you can catch me back here next Sunday.
Have you played Super Mario Wonder yet?
No, I have a Switch. I'm just not a Mario person. I'm also starting up with Spider-Man. So that's me taking up my time.
I need to buy it. Is it good?
It's supposed to be amazing. Everything I hear about
I have really enjoyed the limited times I've played it. I don't own it yet, but I've played it with a couple of friends. And, she's a heck of a game.
Who's next?
That being
Pluggo?
said, I caught my Hisuian Typhlosion in our 7-star raids last night. So, just in case anyone was curious, yes, I am still the very best, like no one ever was.
Oh, you want me to go next?
Yeah.
You can find me outside in my yard trimming up my bushes before the weather gets too bad here in about an hour. So I bumped that. No. You can find me every Thursday night with JPJ on Between Two Beards on this very channel. We don't have a guest lined up as of yet this week, but you never know. So go to the Between Two Beards Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok pages for all the upcoming announcements on what we got going on. You can find me with this shirtless, handsome stud right here every weekend for exposure. And then you can find me Pluggo _ on Twitter or X or whatever it's called. And then Pluggo Loves Wrestling on all other social medias. I got an interview with Taryn From Accounting dropping soon on our Patreon.
Tomorrow,
You should go
I can conclusively tell you that.
Oh, there it is. You can subscribe to our Patreon for a few dollars a month, and if you stay sub for long enough, we got new toys coming. Those are dope. Pogs. You can get some Pogs. You can subscribe for 3 months. Is that true?
Yeah, you can get some Pogs. Yeah, you can get those on patreon.com/love patreon.com/love wrestling CA. Got lots of great stuff coming out there. And if you guys are looking to do a little bit extra, you're looking to support a little above and beyond just tuning in, liking, sharing, all of that sort of good stuff, head over to Patreon. We've got, like Pluggo said, his interview coming out with TFA for the LPW show. She's heading into her match with Killer Kelly, one half of MK Ultra, the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Champions. We've also, like Pluggo mentioned, we've got some Pogs on there. We've got some early released matches from LPW 20 up there right now. We've also got some exclusive matches, including the full uncut. That's what I'm looking for. The full uncut event from LPW CWS number 8. So if you want to tune into a nice little hour and a half here today on your Sunday afternoon, we've got that as well. All of that money goes right back into helping out on the content end here on Love Wrestling, whether that be paying contributors or paying subscription fees or anything like that. It's all bringing you better content. But if you want to follow us anywhere that Love Wrestling is putting out content, and anywhere the podcasts are played, videos are viewed, awesome content is done by awesome people at Love Wrestling. CA for me specifically, you can find me at Spenny Love on the Twitter machine. Are we advertising threads anymore? Is anybody doing those? Are we threading? Are we blue skying? Are we doing any of those? Stay tuned. We've got the accounts. No one uses them.
Once they start getting popular again, we're there though. We were on the ground floor.
Yeah.
Everybody will I'll probably hop on there in a couple of weeks when Elon does something silly and say something along the lines of, "Well, I forgot that this existed, ha ha ha," and get my 3 likes, and then that'll be my last one for a bit. You can follow me there. That's not the best endorsement, but hey, why not? But like we said, if you want to follow any of the wonderful people you see on screen, you want to follow any of the content contributors here at Love Wrestling, it's always encouraged, it's always appreciated, and it will always be worth your while. We promise. We're going to make sure that happens. Stay tuned. Stay locked in here. We've got lots of good stuff coming up. They've all said that before. So, for Pluggo, for Lawrence.
You forgot to let Blair plug his shit.
Yeah. You skipped Blair.
You skipped Blair. What strip club are you working at tonight, Blair?
I will be at.
I was looking at Blair's chest. That's why I got distracted.
Yeah,
so you can find me tonight at the Brass Rail. Tomorrow night at Solid Gold. So yeah, just bring those ones.
Throw those loonies at him.
I got the fireman outfit tonight, so I'll be putting out all the fires, baby.
Oh, it's getting hot in here.
Find me up on all social media at Grainmaker Wrestling Podcast for exposure with this hunk every Saturday, and make sure you subscribe to the Love Wrestling Patreon, please.
Yeah.
Blair, do you want to close the show out because I frigged up and I should just shut up right now?
Okay, well,
Lawrence, hold on, Lawrence, are you going to hit the buttons and
yeah,
Blair will close the show?
Yeah,
and I'll just sit here and do nothing because I suck.
You don't.
I was fishing for that.
You don't. You're an incredible person. Like, I think you're pretty rad. So.
You'll get cavities. You're so sweet.
You'll get the 4 exposure outro today. So you have been consensually exposed on the Brunch Gimmick. Thanks for watching. Peace in the streets.